Hey guys! It's Zach and I am back. Of course I'm back. I'm YouTube famous now. Available exclusively on iTunes in 2019 or something like that, I think is what he says. Today's video is gonna be slightly meta because I'm going to be reacting to Peter Monn, who is a drama channel who is talking about Amberlynn Reid. So in essence, I'm reacting to a reaction about Amberlynn Reid. I have been away from YouTube for a whole week now, actually, because I was really busy at the beginning of last week after I went to Trisha, which thank you all for the love and support on that video. Kind of shook how successful it was. My vlogs usually don't do well at all, as Chantel has pointed out many times. I really appreciate all the support on that video. And then after I went to Trisha, I was really busy at the beginning of the week, and then I came down with a cold, a sickness. You might still be able to hear a little bit of it in my voice, but I'm feeling significantly better than I was. Even though I did take the day off from work today, I really need to get my life together because I'm still a little under the weather, but I did want to take some time to get back in touch with my YouTube family. Now, if you don't know what you don't know, which is a lot, okay, Peter, is that I am a former fan of Peter Monn. I don't know, I'm not a not fan of him. I just he's been involved in a lot of drama in the past year of YouTube, and that's not just him reporting on drama, but actually being the drama. And most recently, one of my new favorite YouTubers, Petty Page, did this whole video about him, and I think it brought up a lot of good points. I feel like I have this hair that's just going everywhere. Petty Page brought up, I think, a lot of good points that I felt like could have been given some kind of answer by Peter, because Peter always puts himself out there as this super honest, tell it like it is guy, and then his response was basically I'm not gonna talk about it. And I don't know, that just seemed really out of character and really insincere. I just was not buying it, so I unsubscribed and haven't actually been watching anything on his channel for a minute. I have been aware of, I got involved with Peter Monn, I guess, let me start with, because he covered Amy Slayton and Amberlynn Reid, and those were the videos of his that I liked and enjoyed. I don't care about the booty guru community, and so when he makes videos about that, I'm just not interested. I don't care what Jeffree Star is doing. I don't care about Manny Mua. I don't care about Jaclyn Hill, Tati Westbrook, etc. It's just not interesting to me. I don't care. I can't relate to those people. I don't care. So he, a long time ago, said he was never going to make videos about Amy Slayton or Amberlynn Reid, but it always seems like there's something that just brings him out and says, I gotta make a video right now about Amberlynn Reid. And I've never really understood why he continues to come back to her after he swears he's not gonna make videos about her anymore. And I don't know, he has been losing a lot of subscribers because of the recent drama. His views, at least from what I can see on Social Blade, seem to be consistent with what he has been getting. It doesn't seem like he's going down in views, at least, just subscribers. So I don't know if he's trying to pull in a new community of viewers. I don't know. I don't know why he feels the need to make a video about Amberlynn Reid, but he did. And some folks messaged me and said, Zach, you should react to Peter Monn talking about Amberlynn Reid because he's kissing her ass and I don't get it. And we're just gonna see what this is about, you know? Because I'm curious, as a former fan of Peter Monn's, what's the tea? What's the tea, Peter? What's going on? So let's check it out, shall we? Now, I will say that Peter usually talks for 5 to 10 minutes before he actually gets to the point of his videos. However, I was trying to do some prep work to see if he did actually do that in this video, and it doesn't look like he does. I don't know, we might skip over some stuff if it seems like he's talking about some ish that's not related to what we want to talk about, you know? We're gonna figure it out. I might cut some things, because this is a 24-minute long video, which, whatever, I make 24-minute long videos, it's cute, it's fine. But that means that this video, for me, could be very long, so we're gonna focus on the important parts, shall we?
Today, I'm gonna discuss Amberlynn Reid and if Amberlynn Reid is out of control. So let me tell you a little bit the background story of how it got to the point where I was going to make this video today.
Yes,
and
tell me, Peter.
Amberlynn and watching her and things like that. So, okay, here's the story of a man named Brady. Okay, about 2 years ago, I think, I started watching Amberlynn on YouTube. And at the time, I think she had somewhere between 20 and 30 subscribers, between 20 and 30,000 subscribers on YouTube. She now has 84,503, and she is gaining about 100 to 150 on average on a daily basis. She is also getting anywhere between, let's say, 50 and 100,000 views on YouTube a day, okay? That's a lot of views. And she's basically a daily vlogger that just talks about her life. If you don't know who she is, go check her out. I'll link her channel below. And I found her a couple years ago, and I've done so many videos on Amberlynn, and she's been criticized for this and that and everything through the years. But the main thing in the past 6 months to a year that she's been criticized on is her weight, and she has progressively gained more and more weight.
Well, let's be, before we get too into this, Peter, let's be clear that she's not been criticized. Well, so there are some trolls out there who have criticized her specifically for her weight and called her rude, things that you shouldn't comment about and call people. Like, if you know my channel, I'm not about fat shaming folks. That's not my gig. That's not what I do. I'm not about it. People have criticized her because she's put misinformation out there about dieting. She has exploited her weight for views. She is essentially probably going to be killing herself through her continued poor eating habits because she would rather get the money from those things than she would by taking her health seriously, taking a step away from YouTube and things like that. So, in a sense, have people criticized her for her weight? I guess, but mostly because she is exploiting her own weight on the internet for money and for views. Okay, so let's just be clear about that, Peter.
On her YouTube channel. And, you know, what was interesting to me is that when you go to her videos, of which get anywhere from 60 to 80,000 views a video, right? The dislike to like proportion is out of control.
Indeed.
It's like so obvious that so many people are hate watching Amberlynn Reid. Now,
That's
what's
true.
interesting to me about this is, and I've talked a lot about this on my daily vlog. Now, I started watching Amberlynn because I love watching daily vloggers. I had also heard a lot about her, and there was something, and I said this, I think, in my very first video that I ever did of her. She reminds me, she and Destiny at the time, reminded me of two friends of mine that I have, that, you know, like, this is very much their life, that they, you know, go to Walmart, and they're always on a diet, and they're, you know, buying things from Torrid, and that's kind of their life.
Okay, first of all, Amberlynn Reid was not buying things from Torrid when she was with Destiny Girl. She only just recently started this Torrid nonsense, okay? So let's be clear. I feel like we're gonna have to do a lot of fact-checking with you, Peter. You don't know your Amberlynn history, timeline.
There was something that was very intriguing to me about Amberlynn. It was, like, really easy to watch her vlogs. On some level...
Ma'am, easy? Easy? Easy is the word we want to go with. It's easy to watch. My YouTube channel is built around reviewing her videos, and ain't none of them easy to watch.
She very much felt like a friend that I was watching. But what I noticed, always watching her, was that Amberlynn gets so much criticism. Now, previously, she was getting a lot of criticism for lying about things and on and on and on.
Yes.
Now, I would say in the last 6 months to a year, the majority of the criticism that she's getting is for her weight.
False. She's still lying. She's still lying. That's what people have a problem with still, Peter. Ain't nothing changed, ma'am. Ain't a single thing changed. She's still lying. She lies about her weight loss, her weigh-ins. She lies about being on diets. She's still lying. She's just lying about her weight the most. It's not like we're not debating if she lied about her sexual assault. We're not debating about if she's lying about getting a Fitbit or wearing, well, I guess that's still weight. She's primarily lying about her weight loss. She's still a liar. Like, what? And not only lying about it, but then going through this cycle of not losing, binging, posting her binges, crying about her binges, gaining weight. That's why folks are upset about her weight. Some people, again, are criticizing her because they are fat shaming her, but a lot of people in the community that criticizes her is criticizing the fact that she's going through this cycle of unhealthy behavior and talking all this misinformation about diets and putting it out there on the internet. Like, that's why people are frustrated. People came to her channel because she's a weight loss channel and a daily vlogger, but a daily vlogger that includes a lot of information about weight loss and inaccurate information at that. I think it's okay for people to be upset about that. Is it okay for people to call her a fat whale, to call her XYZ the other? No, it's not. I would never agree to that. But I do think it's okay for people to be like, girl, what is you doing with your life?
This whole idea of hate watching on YouTube is very, very interesting to me. I really don't understand it, quite frankly. I really don't get it. And, you know, what I was saying the other day on my blog is that if you're watching somebody and you're hate watching them, which means you consistently watch them just because there's just something about them that you just really dislike and you're leaving really nasty comments and whatever. If that's your enjoyment, hey, and you get something out of it, I guess you gotta do you, right? But I just don't, I don't enjoy that, okay?
Okay, here are my thoughts about this. One, Amberlynn Reid knows that she has hate watchers. That's why she exploits her weight, because she knows people get riled up about that. That's why she picks the thumbnails that she do. And that is why she doesn't have a problem with it. Like, I mean, if there's one thing I really respect about Amberlynn is that she doesn't engage the haters for the most part. She'll occasionally get back into this. Normally she says, I don't read the comments, and then, I mean, I think we all know she does read the comments, but like, for the most part, she's not disabling comments, she's letting people say what they need to say, and that's really a value that I have on my channel as well. Like, even if you say something horrendous about me, I'm most likely gonna not do anything with it and just leave it there and go on with my life. So Amberlynn knows the game. She knows the game, Peter, and that's why she doesn't have a problem with it. Like, she recognizes that she wouldn't have viewers without the haters. I think that that's what you don't understand. You're positing yourself in this little area of like, oh my god, I enjoy watching Amberlynn Reid, but like, Amberlynn knows that you are the minority viewer. She knows that most people are not watching her because they enjoy her.
I was saying that for me it's interesting, like hate watching, like we call it hate watching, but I really believe it's love watching. Because if you invest, like listen, okay?
You see these somersaults?
On my blog, I post, okay, every day between an hour and a half vlog on my vlog channel. Yesterday it was an hour and 57 minutes, right? I have some haters out there that watch literally every second of that vlog.
I believe
now,
it.
if you're watching an hour and 57 minutes of somebody's video, okay, because you hate them and you really dislike them and all this kind of stuff, there's something you're getting out of that, okay? You're either getting some enjoyment out of it because you think it's entertainment or whatever. So, you know, there's whole kind of...
I would agree with that. Like, I do find Amberlynn Reid entertaining in the way that, like, I want to see what happens next. So, I don't disagree. I'm on the same page as you, Peter.
Watching to me, I've never really understood it. Quite frankly, listen, okay, at 46, I know that my days are numbered, and I ain't spending, you know, hours of my day hate watching somebody. I'm just not. Like, there's things I'd rather do, okay? Like eat that holiday collection of Pringles, but they sold out in 4 minutes. Did you hear about that?
Ma'am.
Thanksgiving holiday meal Pringle. It was a 3 Pringle set, and it was like turkey dinner, pumpkin pie, and something else, stuffing, I think. It sold out in 4 minutes.
What does this have to do with Amberlynn Reid outside of the fact that she probably bought some of those Pringles? Like, it doesn't. Like, let's go. Let's continue, ma'am.
So anyway, I started watching Amberlynn, and I consistently watch her, but then I kind of stopped watching her over time, and I don't know if you do this with YouTubers. It was nothing had happened. I just wasn't watching her as consistently, you know? And but she and I follow each other on Twitter, and I'd even asked her before I made my last video, I said, do you care? And she goes, no. She goes, it doesn't really matter what you say. People hate me anyway. She said something like that. Well, what was interesting, and I think I talked about this in my last video, I just watched literally like 6 or 8 Amberlynn videos back to back, but I did not watch my last video. I probably should have done that. But anyway, one of the things that I said in there, you know, that it was like this whole idea of hate watching is very interesting to me, and the comments that she gets are just unreal, right? And honestly, it's kind of hard, even being like trying to be a compassionate person, it's kind of hard to read some of the comments and not laugh. Like, they're so like over the top. It's like, it's surreal to me what people, you know, keyboard warriors sit behind and they say things to people. Well, Amberlynn and I had become friends over time. You know, we would talk, we follow each other on Twitter. Well, one of the things that I had been noticing in the last couple weeks was that Amberlynn was retweeting a lot of really nice comments to her. She would get a lot of supportive comments and she would retweet them. So I went to her videos and I started watching, or I started reading the comments underneath there. And I was like, she's still getting really horrendous comments. So, you know, I don't know how she deals with all this negativity. I really, really don't, you know? Even if you're getting paid $10,000 to $20,000 a month, that's a lot of hatred coming your way, and that has to be really hard, I would think. So I went in here and I started like looking through some of her videos, and I noticed something that was consistent, okay? Now, in my last video, I had said something to the degree of that people were so hate watching her, but she was financially benefiting off of it. And I think that what she realized at some point was that, you know, if this is what people want and I'm benefiting off of it, like, I'm not going to get all swept up in it.
Accurate.
I'm going to make my coin and I'm going to continue to post.
Correct.
If people want to continue to come here and hate me, they can hate me. I don't really care. But I'm going to continue to, like, bankroll this stuff and I'm going to continue to post my videos. So I went in here, and what was interesting was, now she has Becky in her videos a lot, okay? And a lot of the comments underneath her videos are, they say things like, and seeing Becky, and a video. So now for about 6 episodes, Becky has been working on this Nintendo box, okay? That she's gonna put her games in and things like that, I guess, I don't know. It says Duck something on it, Duck Race or something that says Mario Brothers. She's been working on this box now for about 6 episodes, okay?
I know.
I mean,
it's only been 6 episodes, Peter, because it was all filmed in one day, because that's what Amberlynn does. She does all of her filming in 1 or 2 days, and then she posts it all at once and then goes missing for a week. So that's why it's been 6 episodes, Peter.
All for, you know, crafts and hobbies and arts and crafts and all that kind of stuff, my lord, okay? And people put in this comment section, they were like, we don't need to see Becky, you know, paint a box for 4 minutes. Well, this is Amberlynn showing her life, okay? So anyway, I went back in here and I was reading the titles of her videos before I watched them. And, okay, so it goes all the way back. She had this, like, casting call for a reality show, so of course, you know, whatever. Then she does Meal Plan with me, and then she does a torrid try-on haul. Okay, Meal Plan with me, torrid try-on haul, orange chicken mukbang, and it has a Cheesecake Factory bag in it, she's smelling it. I fell twice. Weight loss update. Can't fit in the front seat. Hold on a second. Hold on, Amber.
See, that's the thing, and maybe this is the point you're about to get to, but you're like talking about how her comments are filled with people talking about her weight. And she's literally posting videos. All of those titles you just read, almost every single one of them relate to food or her weight or some kind of issue that she's having because of her weight, right? Like the falling twice and the not being able to fit in the front seat of her car. So it's like, why are you acting so surprised? Why are you acting brand new, Peter? You know what the gig is. You know exactly what that gig is.
Can't fit in the front seat. Then I'm going up and I'm going up. Okay, weight gain update. And then one of her lowest viewed videos is scary paranormal stories with Becky. Because people aren't loving seeing Becky in the vlog.
Surely not.
Which is interesting to me because
Surely
Amberlynn
not.
me a lot in her vlogs and people didn't seem to mind that. But people don't like Becky in there. And Amberlynn, when she reads comments on her videos, she will not read comments that are negative about Becky. And then she says, mukbang, reading hate comments, I don't know how to lose weight, watch me eat, weight loss update, how I really feel, amazing fall torrid haul, ashamed and embarrassed, weigh in completely raw, don't let this happen to you, warning, a lot of crying, now I'm scared, stepping on the scale, exercise with me, and she's got the screenshot of her, this is 82,000 views. The thumbnail is her from like the neck down, just standing there getting ready to exercise. And then Subway Mukbang, which was 4 days ago, gets messy. And that has 83,000 views, right? So if this many people are watching her videos and she's getting that many dislikes on it, people are hate watching a big girl. That's what it's all about, right? And I think that Amberlynn Reid has kind of sold out to this fact that, hey,
yes.
before I go in here and I watch these videos. And I'm thinking to myself, and I even talked about this on my vlog last night, I was like, this is really sad. To what extent would somebody go to like really benefit off of YouTube? Like, I really think that's sad, and I actually was gonna reach out to her and, you know, but I was like, I wanna watch her videos first, okay? So I started, and I went in with this Subway mukbang, It Gets Messy, and I went back and I watched it all the way to Ashamed and Embarrassed. Now, what's interesting about these videos is...
Tell me.
They're not a whole lot different than videos of Amberlynn's that I watched 2 years ago. Not whatsoever. And the thing is I really thought she would get on there, and it would be like over the top, just, you know, like all kinds of weight stuff. The weight stuff is woven through it, but it's not like... I wouldn't say grossly disproportionate to the rest of the video.
Wait, so are you trying to, no, I'm gonna obviously listen to the rest of this, but are you trying to tell me that that like excuses the fact that she is exploiting her weight as you just put out there? Yes, like that's always been the thing. Her videos outside of anything related to her weight are boring and mundane, but she capitalizes on her extreme morbid obesity, her binge eating, her lack of trying at weight loss. She has gained 80-some pounds or more. Math is not my strong suit right now, but she has gained 80-some pounds in the span of a year, Peter. How are you gonna claim to me that that's not extreme? How are you going to claim to me that she's not, like, falling into capitalizing off of her weight for views and this hate viewing? Like, you're making excuses and exceptions for her, and it makes no sense to me.
Here on like the Subway mukbang, I mean, if she gets this Subway sandwich, she does this calculator online, and it comes up to like 800 and some calories, but she only eats half the sandwich. A lot of people were like, yeah, I bet you couldn't wait to, you know, turn the camera off so you can start eating the sandwich again and all this kind of stuff. But it's just her and Becky sitting there talking. It's not like anything over the top. It's not like any kind of out-of-this-world mukbang. I've seen a lot of mukbang.
It's over the top to gain 80 pounds in the span of a year, Peter. It's over the top. 80 pounds or more. I don't know the number, but it's a lot. She was in the 400s, and now she's 550 something or another. What do you mean it's not extreme? It's extreme. We're worried. People are worried about her health and her weight.
Okay, 10,000 calorie mukbangs, on and on and on. It's nothing like that, right? The exercise with me, the whole video isn't even really about that. It's the very end, and it's her basically walking in place. And it's really kind of, when you watch it, it's like very sad. And then we go back to this video where she says, don't let this happen to you, warning, a lot of crying. And I'm watching it, and I'm like really feeling for this girl, you know? Yes,
that's what she does. That is what she does, Peter. Girl, you haven't clearly been watching. This has been a video that comes every 2 to 3 months in her cycle of videos. Like, she realizes that she turned a lot of people off, so she has to suck people in. And you are missing that. You're missing the part where she keeps doing this. That's why people are frustrated. You don't just like gain 80 pounds in a year. I just don't understand. Peter, you need to go watch everything, sir. Like this is not how any of this works.
At the top, she starts making a list of the reasons that she wants to lose weight, and number one is breathing.
You want to talk about that list of reasons that she said she was gonna do on video every day and then stopped at day 3, okay? That's also why we don't take her seriously. Yeah, I think it's also very sad that breathing is the number one reason she wants to lose weight. Like, I think that is a big eye-opener, but you know what? She stopped making that list 3 days in, or at least stopped recording and stopped talking about it.
And I'm sitting there watching this, and I'm thinking, is Amberlynn Reid out of control? Like, is it out of control? And in this one video where she says, don't let this happen to you, and she's crying at the end of the video, she's talking about how 2 years ago, she was, 360 pounds. Well, now, she's like 550 to 560 pounds currently. So she says in there, I've gained like 200 pounds, and what happened? I've had those moments, okay? When I got married...
No, Peter, you've not had those moments. You've not gained that much weight. You might have had moments where you, like, lost track of your diet. I've been there, too. Like, I've lost track of my health. But no, you've not been in this situation where you've been touting yourself as a weight loss channel, but all you've done is gain 200 pounds. No, no sir, no ma'am.
Married to my husband, this was 7 years ago in August. I was like 188 pounds. When I weighed myself on Tuesday, I was 234.6 pounds. I'm like, what has happened to me, right? And the thing is, I don't want to be that anymore. You know, I could get on my vlogs, I could get in my videos, and I could troll the shit out of it, and I could eat all this horrible stuff, and I could eat all that horrible stuff. Like one of her videos, she's talking about making these Morningstar things. I'm like, I just did this in my vlog yesterday. I just showed these Morningstar things. You know, I mean, it's very similar, but then at the very end, she opens the microwave to cook her stuff, and she pulls out a bag of a Burger King and all this kind of stuff, and she's like, oh, this is Becky's. And then she ends the video, and everybody's like, oh yeah, she ends the video, and she pulls out the Burger King.
Ma'am, no, I don't care if you cooked Morningstar the other day. You're not the same as Amberlynn Reid. You surely aren't, because she admits that she does all this binging and stuff off camera and that she doesn't show it all the time. That's why people question, like, why she's pulling out Burger King and saying it's Becky's, right? Like, y'all aren't the same. And even if you occasionally don't eat well, this is a woman who is profiting off of her weight loss, or lack of, really, her weight gain on YouTube. Like, that, you are not the same in that way. There are a lot of other things to criticize you about, Peter Monn, but that is not one of them. Like, you can't, this is not just a casual, like, oh, I messed up one day on my diet. Like, normal humans don't eat perfect every single day. This is a woman who continues to knowingly eat inappropriately against her best wishes, acknowledges that, and makes a YouTube video profit off of it, right? Like, there is just casually messing up a day on your diet, and then there's Amberlynn Reid, okay? Like, y'all are not the same. Stop trying to make this seem like it's not a big deal when it is.
So I'm thinking to myself, is she doing this for views?
Yes.
Does she just not really care anymore? Is she feeding into the hate? What is going on, Amberlynn? I really don't understand it. But what was interesting to me about the comments was, and I looked in the last 3 or 4 videos, yes, there's still a lot of very cruel comments, but the majority of the cruel comments have kind of changed. And now they are very, very concerned about Amberlynn's health. And so it's interesting because, like I said, I don't know that I necessarily think that hate watching is hate watching. I think it's somebody that gets invested and has strong emotions, whether it's positive or negative. If there's something about it they enjoy, or they wouldn't keep on watching it. I compared it to hot and sour soup. It's like you go into the Chinese restaurant. See, now y'all know I love the Chinese buffet, okay? But you go to the Chinese buffet and you get hot and sour soup, and you sit down and you taste it, and you go, ooh, hot and sour soup, I can't stand this. And you're yelling at the guy that owns the Chinese buffet, and you're looking around at everybody, and you're like, ooh, hot and sour soup. And maybe there's 2 or 3 other people there, and they're looking at you too, and they're going, I know, nasty, isn't it? I can't stand this, right? But everybody else is sitting up in there, and they're eating their hot and sour soup, and they ain't bitching and they ain't complaining, right? In fact, they're like, I think the soup's pretty good. But you come back to that Chinese buffet, not 1 day, not 2 days, but 365 days a year, you come back and you eat that same nasty, disgusting hot and sour soup every day for 365 years, or 365 days, right, of a year. But not only that, you yell at the guy that owns the Chinese buffet, you're yelling at everybody around it, and you're complaining still. See, I don't get it, okay? Stop eating the hot and sour soup. But then it makes me wonder, is Amberlynn continuing all this with the titles and stuff? Because when you watch the titles...
Okay, first of all, on point with this Chinese buffet analogy, certainly something that Amberlynn Reid can get with. I was not getting it for a while, but I get what you're saying. Like, you continuously are complaining about this and nothing's changing. Like, why are you still watching? Fair point. But I'm invested, girl. I am invested. I've spent a lot of time on this. I used to be pseudo-internet friends with Amberlynn Reid. I'm invested. She donated $2 to a super chat for me in one of my live streams, okay? I'm invested. She is playing into this, Peter, and I don't know why you keep making this a question. You will say that's what she's doing, and then you'll be like, but is she? Like, I don't know, get to the point. What is your take on this, girl?
When you read the title, you think it's going to be some off-the-chart weight thing, but it isn't. It isn't at all. It's not her, like, I mean, most of it isn't that. She'll talk about her weight, sure. She gets on a scale in one video, but it's like literally 10 seconds of the video. The whole video is not her crying and moaning about her weight. It isn't, you know? And so it's really just a normal person's daily vlog that happens to be very, very heavy.
I disagree.
So then, I'm sitting here watching.
I absolutely disagree.
I don't think Amberlynn really gets this. Because she's doing this whole thing.
She surely do.
Reward system and how she's going to reward herself, but not by food. And that she's coming up with goals of how, like what are reasons that she wants to lose weight. And I'm sitting there watching, I'm like, these are some good ideas. Like, this isn't bad, right?
But the problem is, Peter, is she never follows through on a single one. Nobody's saying that half of the ideas that she comes up with are bad. It's just that, like, she never follows through. Like I said, she got 3 days into the reasons why, whatever, for November. Okay, like, they're not bad ideas. They're good ideas for people who have the willpower and consistency and drive to, like, make change in their life. But homegirl doesn't have any of it. And or maybe she has it, but recognizes that it's more beneficial financially for her to make views off of her weight.
And so I'm sitting there watching it and I'm thinking, if this is a business thing for her, and like she's concerned that if she loses weight, because I'm gonna tell you right now, at 234 pounds, well, I'm not anymore. I'm 228.6 pounds. But I'm telling you right now, okay? If you want to watch my weight loss, go over to my blog.
I don't.
But I'm telling you right now, it is hard as shit at my weight to lose weight. I cannot imagine at her weight how difficult it might be.
No, actually, I would say quite the contrary. It should literally take very little effort to start losing weight, right? Like, the less weight you have to lose, the more difficult it is. That has been a testament on almost any television show about weight loss I've ever seen. From my own personal experience, when I weighed more, the pounds came off like that. As soon as I started getting closer and closer and closer to my goal weight, it was more and more difficult to get that weight off. Amberlynn should have no trouble losing weight, at least initially. Like, if she was even trying even a little bit, she would lose weight. But we all know that's not what she's doing.
But with the kind of money that she's making right now, to hire a personal trainer, a dietitian, and to do this, and inspire the masses that watch her hate watchers are still going to watch her, because they're not going to believe that it's happening, right? And then she's got 300,000 to 1 million subscribers, because she at one point was the biggest girl on YouTube, and now she's lost all this weight. I mean, can you imagine how inspiring that would be to people? The people that love her are still going to stick with her.
Surely will.
So happy for her, and she's going to inspire a lot of them that relate to her story to lose weight. So I know it's difficult, but like, to all the people out there that are saying, Amberlynn, you need this, and Amberlynn, and it's interesting because like some people will say, you need to do the keto diet, you need to do the gastric bypass, you need to do this. She needs to consult with a doctor and have a doctor tell her.
Yes!
Okay? It's not
absolutely. Absolutely.
She even says that in one video.
Absolutely.
I agree with that, okay? And, there's a lot of stuff in there that she talks about with mental health issues and stuff like that. She needs to be with a doctor, talking to a doctor about what's going on and what's the best decision for her.
Absolutely.
I believe, okay, that anybody can be a huge success story. Even Amberlynn, I believe that she could lose the weight that she wants to lose.
For sure, yes. I agree.
I was sitting here and I was watching these and I thought to myself, is she trolling? Is this all trolling?
Yes.
Well, she talks in there about how she had a night where she fell off the wagon and she ate like 6,000 calories. If Amberlynn was truly trolling, she would have been smart enough to pull out the camera and shown herself eating those 6,000 calories.
I disagree.
She didn't do that.
I disagree.
And I don't really believe she's trolling. I believe she's putting titles and videos that she thinks that people will watch.
Absolutely.
Based on hate watching her for her weight. And I think she knows the people that love her will continue to watch her anyway. I think she's being smart, and I've always said Amberlynn is a very smart cookie. I just wish that she realized that she could do this, that she could be successful, that there are people out there rooting for her. Put your haters in their place, okay? Show them what you got. Show them that you can do this, I don't know, like, I understand why people don't like her. I get it. People don't like me. People don't like a lot of people, okay? I understand that.
Ma'am, ooh, let me look for these lies, girl. Where are these lies I can't find any of them, Peter. Oh my gosh.
But for me, when I was watching her last 6 to 8 videos, she's like a regular gal. I mean, who wouldn't want to just sit around and play video games on your phone all day long and paint boxes of Mario Brothers and go up into the Torrent and the Walmart and I don't know, do all kinds of hauls and go to Subway? I think that'd be real fun. I think I might kind of like that life. Now, listen, everybody's talking about why Becky stays around. Well, I know why Becky stays around. She saw Destiny's Christmas on October 12th.
Yes. Yes. Okay. No, don't joke. That's so true.
Always constantly coming for her. I'm like, okay. So put in the comment section below, if you do not like Amberlynn, what are your issues with Amberlynn? Number one. Number two, what do you think Amberlynn should do going forward? I hope she gets motivated and loses some weight. I'm wishing her the best. Alright, you guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
So here's my thing. Do I think Peter is ass kissing? Because that's kind of like what the whole premise of people wanting me to watch this was anyways, is they're like, oh my god, Peter Monn is ass kissing Amberlynn Reid. I'm gonna say no. One, I don't see the motive for it. He has significantly more subscribers while dwindling. They are dwindling. He has significantly more. I don't know that Amberlynn is gonna be able to help his clout any. I mean, he admits in there that most of the people who watch Amberlynn only watch her to hate her, so I don't know why he would want to draw that to him. I don't know. So I don't think that he's ass kissing simply because I don't think Amberlynn Reid can do much to help him grow as a channel, like in general help him. I just don't see it. I also don't think he's ass kissing. I really just think that he doesn't have the full picture that some people who are in the community that watch Amberlynn Reid have, right? Like all of these folks have invested a whole lot of time in Amberlynn Reid, and Peter Monn clearly has not, because a lot of what he's saying is misinformed and grossly optimistic. So I don't know that he's ass-kissing, more so just misinformed. I think he spoke on a lot of truths, just probably did it nicer than what y'all in the community are used to in comparison to at least folks like Michael. Whereas like, I don't know, he said things probably a little bit nicer than I would, but like still spoke truth. Still acknowledged that a lot of reviewers are just hate watching her, acknowledged that she's trolling with at least the thumbnails and her titles of her videos. Now, I think it's anything else that he had to say was pretty much garbage, because like honestly, she doesn't care about getting better, and if she had wanted to get better, she would have done it by now. So like, would I love for Amberlynn Reid to get better? I've said it time and time again, like I would support her 100%, y'all, if she did buy a trainer, if she did go to a dietitian, if she did consult with a doctor, got herself together, right? Like if she lost weight, I would be on that wagon, I'd be on that bandwagon. You wouldn't see a negative reaction from me. But the reality is she, for quite some time now, has not shown any signs of doing that ever. Peter is still not somebody I'm planning on subscribing to anytime soon. Again, I don't necessarily agree with a lot of the things he does or says these days, but I hope you all enjoyed at least watching this video. Is a little bit different than what I normally do because I don't have any original content, so you know I gotta do something different, and I hope you enjoyed it. As always, make sure you subscribe down below, hit the bell notification if you want a notification every time I upload a new video or go live. Make sure you also leave a comment and hit the like button, and also follow me on all of my social media. I had so much fun today, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!